Well, hello folks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I fell hard off of the Daria bandwagon, and I appreciate everyone's patience while you were waiting for me to come up with my next video, or if this is your first time coming to my videos, welcome. Thanks so much for swinging by. So, to explain my momentary absence, I help out with a haunted attraction in Central Florida, so that has happily taken away some of my attention for the time being, and then I got hit with some sort of gross respiratory infection thing, so if I had recorded any earlier than now, I would have sounded like Trent Lane. Speaking of Trent, I do have a great video coming up about him soon. It's a nice, juicy, hot take, so that should make everybody really pissed off about what I have to say, but you know, going back and looking at this series after the fact, there are some things you look back and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot this about this show. Anyway, without further ado, I wanted to get into Sick Sad World, and I wanted to do a chronological order of every single segment that happened during this series. I did do some cross-examination on Daria Wikipedia and other sources, and there were some that were actually missed via the sources that I was able to catch in doing the series rewatch. And again, this is not saying anything bad about anyone else. It's more so me pointing out that I am a complete and total anal retentive nerd about Daria history. If you made it to the end of this video, did I miss any Sick Sad World segments? What is your favorite Sick Sad World segment? What show do you think that this was lampooning back from the late 90s? I was thinking maybe Unsolved Mysteries, but that was a little more serious. These are a little more silly, so I don't know. If you have any opinions, please feel free to leave a comment. And with that, let's get into it.
Are fish using our oceans as their own private toilets? A Sick Sad World exclusive right after this.
Season 1. Episode 1, an interview with a man who conducted 3 simultaneous affairs with members of the royal family. Also in Season 1, Episode 1, we get the UFO convention coverage where we meet our favorite side character, Artie, or at least he is mine. Episode 2, No Sick Sad World. Episode 3, Real Life Werewolves. Episode 4, there is an ad in the paper that Daria is reading stating that there will be a new Sick Sad World on Sunday, but no actual episode. Same for Episode 5, No Sick Sad World. Episode 6, they are interviewing a supermodel who has created her own encyclopedia with pictures, and there is also the Malibu Primate Diet. Episode 7, 911 in the morning and 1-900 in the evening, phone sex EMS dispatchers. Episode 8, G-string grandmas. And in this same episode, Daria and Jane the next day are watching a Sick Sad World primetime special wherein the tagline is people just like you, only more pathetic. It also seems like they're watching some sort of mud wrestling thing, but I am not sure if that is actually Sick Sad World or what. And then in Episode 9, we have no Sick Sad World segments. Episode 10, we get declassified government Polaroids. What are Supreme Court judges wearing under their robes? Episode 11, chimpanzee chat rooms. Episode 12, climbing the world's biggest pile of seagull droppings. Then at the end of the episode, in another segment, a hiker claims to have seen Bigfoot in a business suit, but continuity-wise, I think he might have just seen Jake walking around in the woods, or maybe even Helen, since she snuck her cell phone out with her to do business while she was on this retreat. And then in episode 13 of season 1, we have Monaco's Mopiest Billionaires. On to Season 2. Episode 1, Neonatal Skinheads. Episode 2, Are Fish Using the Ocean as Their Toilets? Episode 3, Renegade Surgeon Brain Transplants. Episode 4, The Polygamist Hippopotamus. 1 3-ton hubby is not enough for this red-hot mammal. Episode 5. There's a nightmare story of an enchanted kiss gone wrong. Looks like the prince and the princess are both frogs in a lab. Episode 6, Tanked in a Tutu, Drunk Ballerinas. Episode 7, People in Florida claim to see the face of Jesus on a penny. And let's take into account, I am from Florida. I am very self-deprecating about being from Florida, and this I would believe. Episode 8, there is a segment about a woman who was strapped to a chair and left in the middle of a busy highway by her significant other, but she still wanted him back. Very sick and very sad. Episode 9, Homicidal Houseplants. Nobody tell Mark Wahlberg. Episode 10, Umbilical Cord Sculptures. Episode 11, Microbes having sex in your drinking water. Episode 12, Transplants in Romance. He gave her his kidney, she gave him her heart. But it really doesn't work that way. And then episode 13 for season 2, Daria writes a short story that takes place more than a decade into the future, and in this short story she actually wrote a Sick Sad World segment about breast implants for chickens. You can either count it as canonical or non-canonical, but I figured I would mention it here. Now we're on to season 3. Episode 1, The Severed Pianist. This is about a piano player. I don't want the YouTube automated captions doing me dirty here. Episode 2, Sniffing for Love. Episode 3, The World's Largest Nativity Scene. In August, the Savior went down to Georgia. And it is worth mentioning, again, since I am located in Florida, there is a town called Christmas, Florida, where you can see Christmas decor, including nativity scenes all year long, and I am not kidding. Episode 4, Toilet Seat Terror, Restroom Diseases. Episode 5, The Jaywalking Dead, Zombie Pedestrians. Episode 6, Extraterrestrial Restaurant Restrooms. Say that 5 times fast. Episode 7, or you can count it as Episode 1, as we have discussed in a previous episode how Daria the Musical was aired as the first episode of the season, but it's actually supposed to be Episode 7. The Sick Sad World segment is called The Inappropriate Alto. They broke into her home, and she broke into song. Episode 8, Is your toll operator wearing pants, a skirt, or nothing but a smile? Cold breeze on the interstate. Episode 9, Rabid Rodent Ripoffs. Are bats sneaking into your neighborhood disguised as cute flying squirrels? I don't like this one though, because I love bats and I don't like bat slander. Episode 10, Killer Whale with the License to Practice Law, Orca in the Court. Episode 11, there are 2 segments of Sick Sad World here. The first is From Outer Space to In Our Face, Aliens Walk Among Us. Then later in the episode, we get our favorite character, Artie, implying that Daria and Jane are aliens who took his skin and made him lose his job as a pizza delivery guy. Really accountable this one is. Episode 12. Here we have Jane and Daria taking place in a Sick Sad World marathon, watching fun time that also makes them completely exhausted. We get sneak peeks of some of the segments, such as the one-legged Lothario, or the cheating amputee. There is an interview with a woman killer who stabbed someone 67 times, and then they state that you should meet the cannibal with a heart, quick, before he eats it. And finally, we get episode 13 of season 3, Ghosts Living Rent-Free, Freeloading Familial Phantoms.
Nightmare story of an enchanted kiss gone horribly wrong. When Sick Sad will return.
Now we're on to season 4, episode 1, Ghost Hookers in the Sky. Episode 2, Babes in Thailand. And on a side note, this one doesn't make much sense. It seems to be about a high rate of Siamese twin births in a Thailand hospital. But Siamese twins are known as conjoined twins. It's a very un-PC way to refer to them. But when the camera focuses in on the children, they're not conjoined. So perhaps this footage was them after surgery. I don't know, but I found it to be odd. Episode 3, Diary of a Mad Steak Knife. Episode 4, Can Too Many Carrots Make Your Head Grow Leaves? Episode 5, Animal Secretions That Make Us Say Yum. Episode 6, Canine Call Girls. Episode 7, Sunday Brunch in the Loony Bin. Episode 8, Get a Dog Dish Full of Love, a steady diet of pet food. Episode 9, My Sweet Lord, the Immaculate Confection, the vision of Christ in a half-eaten candy bar. And again, why do I feel like this would be a storyline that would take place in Florida? Episode 10, Little Crossdressers and the Women Who Love Them. Episode 11, this one's my favorite, Undead Deadbeat Dad. Episode 12, Secret Underwater Railroad Smuggling Flounder to Freedom. Get on board the Soul Train. And that's soul as in S-O-L-E. Episode 13, Thomas Jefferson's Saucy Journals. Declaration of In My Pants. Then to end Season 4, we have the made-for-TV movie Is It Fall Yet? And the Sick Sad World segment that we see is Rats on Ritalin. Alright, we made it to Season 5. Woohoo! We have Episode 1, Shih Tzu, I Barely Know You. And it goes without saying that the people who write these Sick Sad World segments have a thing about writing plots about dogs. Kind of weird. Episode 2, Delinquent Quintuplets. Episode 3, Psychic Nazi Hunters. There's Something About Hitler. This also sounds like a movie that the Asylum would write. You can let me know if you agree or not, but it totally does. Episode 4, The Peekaboo I See You. Episode 5, Lipo for Leo. Plastic surgery for an overweight lion. Episode 6, Civil War Buffs. And the website is called Getty's Bear, which is quite funny. Episode 7, The Squeezably Soft Counterfeiter, pilfering a roll of toilet paper to transform it into a roll of 20s. Please do not do this to help with inflation, you will just get into a lot of trouble. Episode 8, A Liver Runs Through It. Episode 9, Underage Road Rage. Episode 10, Lap Dancing Lapdogs. Episode 11, Mime and Punishment. Episode 12, The Apes of Wrath. And Episode 13, Retirement by Rocket. And we end the series with Is It College Yet?, which is another TV movie. And this is probably, other than Undead Deadbeat Dads, one of my favorites. Flame Wars, The Next Generation. Everyone hates a message board miscreant, but now you can do something about it.
Everyone hates a message board miscreant, but now you can do something about it. Flame Wars, The Next Generation, tonight on Sick Sad World.
My goodness, sometimes I wish that we could actually do this to people who leave crappy comments on YouTube, but that is murder and we don't abide by that. So all I can say is thank you for watching. I hope that you like and subscribe. Even if you hated it and leave a comment, I surely do thank you for pushing the algorithm in my direction, and I will kill you with kindness and just wish you a good day. What is your favorite Sick Sad World segment? Did you like this video? And what would you like me to cover next? I look forward to your comments, and I hope that you are having a lovely and/or tolerable day. Peace out, everybody.